Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Dragon Culture Media proudly brings to you the Command Center. And today in the Command Center, we have a great show for y'all.
You're echoing.
Huh? Can you hear me?
You're echoing. You're echoing.
I do not hear the echo.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I hear a little bit of an echo.
Is there anyone in the chat? Does anyone else hear the echo? Because I don't hear the echo.
All right. Maybe it's on my end.
Okay. Well, the chat will let me know if they hear it, but I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't have anything else playing in the background. Okay. Well, starting off to the great start here. We got some great topics for y'all. Today is going to be the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. We're going to be talking about that. Got a little promo to show you from back then, before the movie came out. We're also going to be talking about the new Jason Statham movie, Shelter. I'm actually looking forward to that. Makara brought it up to my attention. Didn't even know it was coming out this month. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. And then later on, we're going to be, just because I'm so happy that they reacted to them, I want to watch with Makara Tuesday Night Main Events reaction to the memes that I did this past week. So we'll react to that. And so we got a lot to talk about. So Makara's first thing we're going to talk about is the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
My favorite.
What did you, growing up, remember about that movie?
Even just watching it recently, I love the style of it. I love how the suits look, because they kind of strayed away from the whole spandex and went more armor. And I remember them talking about how freaking heavy those were and hard to move. And I remember how they were like, "Oh, hey, you remember the poses and everything?" And they're like, "No." They had to bring in some of the other actors who remember the poses. And I remember they were also kind of talking about how they were. Anyway, I'll talk about the movie. The behind the scenes stuff is cool too. But
absolutely.
I absolutely adored that movie. I thought it was so much fun. Probably my favorite part is when they're in the quarry, and then they're fighting, and you actually get to see them do, especially with JDF doing his martial arts.
Right.
He's got doing some bow staff action with the rebar. Or no, it was not a rebar. It was it was the shovel handle.
I have such fond memories of that movie. Everything from the Terror Jones, or no, that's a different season. Crap, what did they call him in the movie? But the henchmen, Ooze's henchmen that he had. But anyway, I've rewatched that movie so many times. And from Ooze saying, "How about take another quack at it?" to Billy punching one of them right in the chest and having an ooze on his fist. To the woman, I'm really bad with names today. To the woman that they met on the planet, and her swinging the sticks. Say again?
Dulcia.
Yes.
And Dulcia. The henchmen are the Oozemen.
And then, fun fact, embarrassingly, I just realized this last year, but the woman who is in Law and Order SVU was originally she was originally going to be Dulcia. And then mid filming, they recasted her. So that was interesting.
They did, and because I believe the actress that did end up playing Dulcia, I think she had some a surgical thing, and I guess she recovered really fast, and so they were able to put her in. And I remember Mariska kind of talking about it a little bit, I guess she was kind of bummed, but she's like, "Oh well, that's the business." But
Heck, they both were hot, so I mean, I don't think anyone would have cared either way.
yeah.
Now, the one thing about the movie that it's hard, I still enjoy the movie, but it's hard nowadays, is the CGI was bad.
But it's so much fun though still.
No, it is. Absolutely. It is fun. But I go back to it and I'm like, it gives me flashbacks of like the old Windows screensavers. It was like that kind of graphics, you know, the ones that had like the tubes that went across the screens and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then that ending shot still chokes me up for whatever reason. But that Van Halen song playing at the end with the sign lighting up saying "Thank you, Power Rangers," I've got goosebumps now just thinking about it. It was like a perfect ending with all the Rangers together and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if it's true. There are rumors out there in like the fan chats and stuff, but supposedly there are rumors that that kid that they focused on a lot in that movie, originally Haim Saban wanted him to be a focus moving forward in Zeo and Turbo.
Well, Fred.
Mm-hmm. And then they ended up not doing it, and they went with Justin. So, but I always thought that was interesting. I don't know if that's true or not. It probably isn't, but I still think it's interesting to talk about just how things change, you know. But we are going to react to the promo, specifically the promo that played on the VHS before the Pagemaster, which is another classic that I grew up watching that I absolutely loved. I still have the VHS, the Pagemaster. But we're going to react to that. So let's add that here. Oh, there we go. We will have to pause this about a minute in so we don't get hit on this. The excitement. This stuff, just these behind the scenes shots, like you mentioned earlier, I absolutely loved them. It felt like, as a kid, when I first saw this, it was like you were seeing something you weren't meant to see. You know?
Yeah, and now you're able to.
Right. It is growing. The challenge is building. To keep them all in line. And the stage is set for their greatest adventure yet. In the next few minutes, see for the first time some of the new surprises that await your favorite superheroes as they take their skills to the big screen in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Let's kick some moves. Okay, that line right there with the narrator, you don't hear that anymore. You don't hear that showmanship in trailers or ads or anything anymore.
No.
You know?
No, and then they show too much of the movie, and it's like, okay.
Right. It's like, hype me up. You don't have to show anything of the movie. Just talk about the movie. Talk about what we can expect. You know, that's why this promo was so great, is because it's not actually showing you the movie. It's showing you behind the scenes, the filming, the making of.
Yeah, well,
you know?
kind of like video games and how they play too much of the story and not enough of the gameplay. It's like the whole point of what you're presenting is you want to show what you're presenting, but not too much. You just want to keep everyone interested. You want to have that hook that gets people.
We're 6 teenagers just out having a good time. And then we're part-time superheroes. Let's do it, guys! It's morphin' time! We got new suits. The uniform that you're looking at right now is...
Look how young he was.
I know. They all
they were
young.
kids. They were little kids. Well, not little kids, but I mean, still. And the nameplate, it's like this was 90s, but it had that 80s, steel and rock look to it.
Mm-hmm. They
I
went
remember
all
things
out.
like absolutely. It was so much fun.
Completely different. Weird, this like shields like armor.
And the Pink Ranger there, like they made Pink badass. Think about that. It was something that was very hard to do, and they did it.
They did. Well, they were also filming this along with season 2.
Oh yeah, they go from one set to the other.
And then I remember them talking about how completely difficult and exhausting that was, but they still did it because, I mean, it was work, but also it's like the fans love it.
Well, and those suits were very deceiving because, like, the way they designed those suits, they look light, they look like they're breathable, and they weren't. They were the exact opposite.
They were
extremely heavy. They were very hot. But, like, you can see right here on the bottom of the chest plate, like, that's made to make you think it's breathable.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember, I think Johnny on Bosch said that he was having such a difficult time inside his helmet that they had to, like, keep him cool, but I think they had to, like, figure out how to get him water or stuff, because it's like, yeah, you get really hot and dehydrated in those things.
See, what I would do if I was them with modern, like if they do a modern movie, is I would take a book out of NASCAR's page. So NASCAR, they have those tubes that go into the back of their helmet that feed
like
air.
what they did with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. And then they also have like they have a straw in their helmet so they can drink Gatorade while they're going and stuff. And I feel like if they had some sort of system like that, it would make it probably would still be difficult, but it would make it more bearable,
Mm-hmm.
That is super awesome.
Oh, this is so cool.
The whole suit just looks much more powerful.
And of course, everybody's crush. Every boy's crush.
The girls alike all crushed on Kimberly.
Well, mine of course was Tommy and Adam, but I was like, they're so cute.
No, I crushed over Kimberly hard as a little kid, and that's the last thing a little kid should be thinking about. But yeah, I was crushing hard on her. And now that I'm older, I feel sorry for Billy because before Tommy came around, Billy was my favorite Ranger.
I mean, you can still be your favorite Ranger too, but
yeah. When the Green Ranger came around, I was like, no, I'm done with the Blue Ranger. I'm with the Green Ranger now. And funny enough, like I had not all of them, but I had almost all the toys. I actually had the Black Ranger gloves. You remember the action gloves that you'd wear?
Yeah, I had the pink ones.
I actually had the Black Ranger ones. And it's funny because I didn't care which Ranger I had. I just wanted a Power Ranger toy, know?
I had the pink gloves and I had a couple of the Zords. It was just something like I enjoyed as a kid. Like a lot of girls were out playing like Barbies and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I had Barbies too, but it's like there's something fun about playing Power Rangers. It was just, I mean, it was for boys mostly, but yes, it could be for girls, and girls liked it too.
I want to say I was in,
but not as much because I remember kind of being the only girl who liked Power Rangers.
I seem to remember it wasn't until I was in junior high that I realized, for whatever reason, that was the character's name and not her actual name. Like I was in junior high before I knew her name was Amy Jo Johnson. Mm-hmm. She was just Kimberly for years.
Yeah. Well, and then of course you have like Johnny Young Bosch went on to do voice acting, and he's been very popular with that. But it's like now it's like I know his voice so well from his anime, but it's like I always go back to him playing Adam.
Right. I would have to say him and Rose MacGyver are probably the most successful Rangers.
Yes.
As far as acting outside of Power Rangers.
Yes, because Rose went on to do iZombie, and she did a couple Christmas movies.
Yeah, she did that series for Netflix, and then right now she's doing Ghost with I think it's CBS is what it airs on.
Mm.
It's one of the locals, like one of the local channels.
Yeah, I occasionally see, like, I've seen other actors in other stuff over the years, but it's not as. I mean, we did lose a couple of the actors. A lot of course, we've lost Ninja Storm, Red Ranger, and lost, and of course JDF. But we've over time.
Until he was arrested, I didn't realize that the actor who was Cole in Wild Horse was Deckard in was it Ninja Steel?
Yeah,
What's that?
I remember I was like, okay, it's cool, but he's playing Deckard, and it's like, it looks really good.
They did a real good job with his costume because he looked nothing like Cole by that time.
I mean, yeah, the long hair, and you can kind of see it was him, but it was like, who's that? Why does he look familiar?
It was probably the goatee more than anything.
Yeah, because he didn't have facial hair in Wild Force.
Right.
Villains.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
Ivan Ooze is definitely the worst villain I've ever seen.
Oh,
I'm not taking another quack at it.
I love that line. I won't take another quack at it. It's such an iconic line.
Like, for fans especially, a lot of this stuff is very iconic and very memorable. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if you're on the outside and you're just kind of getting into it, it's like, seriously, there's a lot of cool stuff here if you just look for it.
But no, it's such a good line. And and JDF there saying he's the worst villain ever. He's actually probably one of the best villains as far as well written and everything. And it's a shame that he's been locked behind the Disney Fox licensing and everything. And one of the things I kind of hope that they do, I wouldn't be against them bringing Ivan Ooze back now that now that Disney has like the TV rights. Now, supposedly Paramount is getting the movie rights.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want Disney touching Power Rangers. Oh. There's like some companies that I'm like apprehensive about touching, like IPs that are. I mean, because Power Rangers kind of already did start to lean towards more progressive stuff, and it's like, I don't care for it. I kind of stopped watching after a while. And then they did have the new movie, and I mean, it was nice seeing at least two of the OGs, and then a couple of the second OGs. But it was
right.
I just love going back to this movie. This movie especially. All right,
here we go.
He's big and purple, and he's like got all this.
I am Ooh.
He just wants to take over the world. We just got to stop him.
Doing a little jig. I got to go back just a little bit here because that line, we can do it right here. Look at it, where he gets it on his fist.
He destroys him.
That right there is probably. I watched this movie in theaters. The eruption in theaters when he did that to Rita. It was crazy. And guess what? It wasn't kids. It was the parents. It was the parents that were cheering. Like,
they sure loved it.
This here is
especially if you know how much Rita talks.
Huh?
Especially if you know how much Rita talks.
Yeah. says, I have reached the point where the old IPs need to be left alone and they need to start making new ones. I don't disagree. I think one of the problem is that we have right now is there's no one who's creative in the creative industry. And so we're at a point now where the industry has to rely on previous IPs.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are making the IPs or remaking the IPs rather, all they want to do is focus on their politics and make propaganda and stuff. They don't care about the art. They say they care about the art, but their actions say something different.
Yeah, and they just kind of laugh at people like us who are like uber fans and want to, like, oh, all they want to do is complain and hate. And it's like, no, we really want good stuff, but when you're giving us nothing but slop and junk and just ick, we don't want that. You have no, and they do it on purpose. You know they do it on purpose when they take all these IPs and they put their stuff in it, and it's like, make something else then, make something, but they know our stuff won't do as good. And it's like, oh, you think? Maybe try respecting the IPs that you do have and bring on people who actually worked on the originals. If you can't, try bringing in the fans who know more about it than you do. The actual fans, not the shills that you pay.
Right. All right. Well, let's finish this, and then we will move into the next section.
Answer destroys our leader. What happened here?
Oh no.
Soda!
What's happening to him?
Outside of his time warp, he's aging at an accelerated rate.
Fly to Phaedos. You will find the Power Rangers, and you will tear them apart.
It's a real test for the Power Rangers.
And we have to fight these Tengu warriors, which are big flying birds that come down and attack us. Let's go kick some moves.
He was such a good fighter. Even if it was just stunt right here, but I'm talking about like Tommy, of course. But,
Right.
It's kind of a mix between The Wizard of Oz, somewhat Star Wars. It's just gonna be exciting and fun and like fast.
All right. I got to pause it there because that song is definitely copyrighted.
They did give him some really good fight moves in the movie. Like Billy had some good moments. Like when he just pushes the Usman off off the ledge.
That right there is a money shot.
That is.
I always have dreamed about like what it would have been like if the green powers had like remained and how like they would have incorporated it into the movie. And not that the white powers wouldn't be there. It's like, it's one of the things I was glad that the comics did when they brought in Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people didn't like Matt, but I was more excited that we had the green and the white ranger there at the same time. You know, that's more all I cared about. But a lot of people didn't like that Kimberly and Matt were dating instead of Kimberly and Tommy. And I was like, but they were setting up Tommy and Kat. They were trying to stay within canon somewhat, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize that Tommy and Kat got together after Kimberly Dear Johned him, and then
Right.
they kind of broke up, and then they got back together, and then they had a son, and then Tommy went on to mentor and high school coach.
I still swear up and down the Tommy and Dino Thunder is not the Tommy and Turbo. The time in which he left to become a race car driver to the time of Dino Thunder, he could not have gotten a doctorate in that amount of time.
Mm.
So my fan theory is that the Dr. O was actually Tom Oliver from Return of the Green Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the people who disagree with me, they're like, yeah, but they sent him back in time. And I was like, okay, then obviously he came back. Like, they've already established that time travel existed in Power Rangers. So it makes more, based on what they've already established, it makes more sense to me that Tom Oliver would have come back and become a doctor or gain his doctorate than that be the same Tommy. Another piece of evidence that I use to prove my theory is in the Super Megaforce battle or the Legendary Ranger battle. You see Tommy in a white shirt with Saba, and then later on you see him morphed as the Green Ranger. Now, at that time, the Master Morpher didn't exist, or as far as we know.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, I've read most, not all of them, but most of the comics, Brimstone. So, the problem with the comics is it's kind of its own universe, and they try to merge universes in the comic books, and then they restarted them. They kind of went through the same issue that both DC and Marvel did in their comics, where the writers just don't know how to handle multiverse, and that's why everyone hates multiverse. I'm one of the odd people that I enjoy multiverse, but I agree with everyone who hates it that they don't handle it right. Yep. Billy made the Master Morpher. I kind of think that Billy was the one who designed the Dino Thunder Morphers. Based on the design of the Master Morpher and how it works, the writers of that incorporated a lot of the same mechanisms that were in the Dino Thunder Morphers.
Yeah.
And so I think it was just kind of like off screen, Billy helped Tommy.
Yeah, and then they had Kelly. Was it Kelly? Yeah, I think it was Kelly. She was just kind of helping assist Tommy with the building and stuff. She's more the tech genius.
Right. Right. Gotta pause it. I'm probably definitely going to get hit over this, but that's okay. I'm not monetized. I'm not losing anything. But these shots are money shots.
All the adventure, all the fun, all the ooze. Coming to move.
That shot particularly right there was everywhere. Games, magazines, coloring books, comic books. It was everywhere.
Theaters this summer. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
The power is on.
Yeah, and of course they had Van Halen playing at the end.
Yeah.
And
that's like what I was saying earlier. That shot gives me goosebumps until this day. It was such. I love the ending of that movie.
I do. And then they had Phil Hartman they had Phil Hartman, or was it Dan Hartman? No, it was Dan Hartman, I think. Anyway, they had a Hartman singing the one of the free ride for when they were rollerblading, and I remember Jason was talking about how he couldn't rollerblade very well, and I think that took him a bit to get it. So they had to make it look like he was doing really good. I think they had a stunt kind of come in and help them, but I don't know. I remember all that behind the scenes stuff.
All right. So next, we're going to go over this. So Makara, do you want to say anything about this before we get into the trailer?
Okay, so this is from Black Bear Media, or Black Bear Pictures. and they posted it, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh yay!" So it's gonna be coming out on the 30th. So it'll
Yeah, so
be.
just what, a little over a week away.
I'm looking forward to it too. They've had some good stuff come out. But they're getting there. They're getting there.
Right.
Does the name Michael Mason ring any bells?
Mason isn't just an assassin. He's a precision instrument. He was one of the first of elite operatives.
Then what happened?
I bring you supplies week after week, yet you never leave here. Why is that? Most people just say thank you.
Don't ever come up here again.
We have a retinol match.
Send them.
What's happening?
Don't make a sound. Don't come out until I come for you.
Weapons free. Kill target on sight.
Alpha team, come in.
They're all gone.
Who is that? Who are these guys?
I'm up the reservation with baggage. You need to throw everything you've got at him.
Are they going to arrest you?
It's not the police I'm worried about. The people that are doing this broke the only rule that matters, did they?
His profile's been altered.
Our target is not who we thought. I want him taken in alive.
I need a way out for her. She's just a kid that was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Come on. Look at you. No country, no badge. You're gone. I'm gone. Unshackled.
That's how you do a movie trailer.
Absolutely. So that is a great trailer.
It is. I haven't seen too
It
many
definitely
good
has
trailers.
me excited for it.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen too many good trailers. They're all just kind of like CGI infested, and it's like it's nice to have an actual grounded story where you don't need all that stuff.
Right.
It's not too flashy. It's grounded. It's gritty. It's perfect. I mean, hopefully it's really good because it's like, but I'll probably like it anyway. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The cast looks amazing. I don't remember the names to everyone, but that's a darn good cast. Now, I do think it's funny. The older guy that shows at the beginning is he's one of the, let's see here. He's in so much. He is Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Little Billy Nye.
Then he's also in the Underworld series. He's in those movies.
Minamata.
And then the guy Jason is fighting, it's not as popular, but he's I think he's in Dracula Untold. I know him from that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good cast.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It doesn't give the plot away, like the overall plot away. So there's really no spoilers, and gets you hyped for the movie. So we were talking about some of the research that I did, and so I found that Guy Ritchie in an undisclosed role is connected with the movie. Jason Statham himself is actually the lead producer on the movie, which I thought was fascinating. Black Bear Studios is the lead production company, but there's 4 production companies, and then Black Bear is the sole distributing company in America. So that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I think hopefully when it does good, because I hope, but usually when Jason Statham movies do really good, it's when he's competing. Like I told you off camera when we were talking, we're talking about how like if I can collect my thoughts. When he is competing with other movies, his movies will tend to do better because people are just so tired of like all the so when he was in A Working Man, and when it was competing with Snow White did horribly in A Working Man, even though the story wasn't 100%. It was good and popular because people were so sick and tired of like all the Disney junk that was going on. People just really wanted a different type of movie, and so they went to go see that one, and it was really good.
Right.
And I think that can definitely contributed to why it did so well in theaters. And yeah, and one thing that is different with promotion is Jason does not attack fans if the movie does not do well. He is very humble, and he will. So if the movie, yeah, like I said, if it doesn't do well, he'll say he's very grateful. He'll say thank you, and he appreciates the fans that do come see it. You know, he understands the criticisms, and he doesn't go on a social media rampage about you didn't like it, all this stuff. You know, I think that's why a lot of people really gravitate towards more of his movies, even if they're like, oh well, he just kind of plays the same thing. It's like, yeah, he plays the same kind of characters, but that's kind of what we expect and what we like of him, because we know that if the story's not great, we know that he's gonna be a regular, decent human being anyway.
Well, people talk about all the time how we don't have the 80s action star anymore. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, we really only have 2. We got him, Jason Statham. In some ways, Tom Cruise is one of those. And like you said with Jason Statham, Tom Cruise is kind of the same. Now, everyone knows that Tom Cruise is probably a raging lefty when being involved in Scientology and all that. But he doesn't really push it, you know? And he's very respectful and grateful to the fans, just like Jason Statham is.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, you don't hear a lot of like Statham getting in trouble. You don't hear about him. He's a family man, first and foremost. He goes and takes care of his family. He goes home. He does his hobbies. He trains. He does all that stuff. He does the promotion. And then you don't hear about him. He's not really someone you hear about on social media. He keeps his life very private. And it's like, he's an old school movie star. And a lot of the time when he's asked, you want to do a superhero movie? He's like, no, because a lot of those guys depend on wires and CGI and soundstage. And it's like, I have what works for me, and that doesn't work for me. And also, he's kind of worked with other people that are big, giant egos. He's got a little bit of an ego, but he knows how to. He always tries to work well with people, and if he can't work well with people, like I believe he was working with Jared Leto, and Leto was just too much, and he's like, that movie never got made because
Statham's too alpha for people. Like, he's very much an alpha male, and a lot of people don't know how to handle that, and they assume when someone is alpha that they're toxic, and that's not the same thing. I think Statham could do a really good superhero movie, but I also think, like with this movie, he would have to be the lead producer of it. He would have to be the one in charge of the project in order for it to get made properly.
Yeah, like with Henry Cavill and Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it is I don't think he's very interested in superhero movies. Like
I don't blame him.
The writing is not. I mean, the writing is not there. He likes playing these characters that he doesn't want to play a soy boy for one, and he doesn't want to take a back seat to it. Like,
I think the perfect role for Statham, if he was to do a superhero role, would be the Punisher. It's very much like what he already does. And Statham does like the emotional roles, or at least he did early on in his career. So the aspect of Frank Castle losing his family, I think Statham would excel at that.
Yeah. Well, he did that one comedy with Alyssa McCarthy, so that proves he can do a little bit more. And it was just kind of a little bit different from him. He also did Operation Fortune, which was a little bit more of a comedy, but it was something different.
A lot of people thought it was stupid, but I mean, I went into Hobbs and Shaw looking at it as its own thing. I didn't look at it as like part of Fast and Furious and all that. And I ended up having fun with Hobbs and Shaw. Was it pure just eye candy movie junk food? Absolutely. But there's a certain those kind of movies you got to go into with a certain mindset in order to enjoy, and some people can't do that, and I totally get it. They're not I don't think they're in the wrong for not being able to. But then again, that being said, I have a history of liking really bad movies, so there's that.
Well, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I grew up with people absolutely dogpiling on the movie Click. Love that movie.
It's a good movie.
I watch it like at least once a year.
Yeah. Well, I watch a lot of like martial arts movies that like I love Accident Man 1 and 2. I like the Undisputed movies with Boyka. I like watching was it Abduction? Yeah, Abduction with Scott Adkins and Andy On, and it's just I like watching different things. And one of them I watched Redeemer with Marcos Aurora, and I was like, you know what? These are fun. And in a time of bad movies, it's nice to find something, and it wasn't necessarily like these are sometimes movies that are recent, so it's not like they're completely old and nostalgic. It's more these are stuff like these are more hidden gems that I find, and I enjoy those. I like the hidden gems.
Brimstone says, "Don't worry, Drac. I like bad movies too. The Last Witch Hunter being one of them." I actually didn't watch that one.
That one is really good with Vin Diesel. Actually, it's not it's not perfect, but the graphics look pretty cool.
Another one that I liked that everyone seemed to hate was it Hansel and Gretel? Was that?
I love Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah,
actually, a lot of people on Critic were talking about Hansel and Gretel, and we were like, this one's actually pretty good, even though it's not like perfect.
Okay, one I know everyone hates that I had fun with. Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill. I had fun with it. I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. It was very disturbing. It was a very disturbing movie.
Yes, it was. Well, it's like watching Hubie Halloween. It's so stupid, but that's the whole point. It's funny, you know. It's like watching Jackass, but everybody loves Jackass. People don't watch it because people watch it because it's comedy gold. Stupid. It's not.
Jackass ain't getting an Oscar anytime soon.
I know. Well, the Oscars, of course, they give it to like the worst movies possible.
Well, that's true. Oscars in the 90s is a lot different than the Oscars today.
It was still just as rigged then as it was now. It's just more. but more.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that say that Lord of the Rings deserved all their awards. So
They did.
But all right, so let's go into something fun. The memes that I did, a little, I guess, patting myself on the back here, but I had fun and I enjoyed it. But I made some memes for the Geeks and Gamers crew, and Jeremy was kind enough to share them on Tuesday night's main event. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to go off screen for a moment here, and then we'll talk about that when I get back. So 1 second here. Stop that. And share screen. All right.
He's like, I got a roof. He's like, let's go.
Am I tripping? Did Jeremy skip Mike too?
Are you high?
I don't do drugs.
Weirdo. Are you hardwired, bro? Like,
sometimes I wish I had hardcore drugs, but I don't.
What is going on?
He's on the delayed base.
Has anyone on the panel spoken today? Why has everybody been silent for the past 5 minutes? Did we go live? Are we live?
This is why Beardo has been eating his world famous poop cookies.
Hey, look at that hat.
Cookies?
Oh no.
Cookies right there.
As enjoyed by
they're actually cat poop cookies.
By individuals who are unable to read super chats is not advised.
Weirdo, you got that toxoplasmosis going.
I hope not. I shouldn't.
Holy shit. Has
Okay,
anyone been
I was
introduced on the
joking
panel?
about like one, but Phil, I completely blacked out for Phil's intro.
It's a still
I was joking about Mike.
when people go through traumatic experiences, they kind of turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that happened.
Yeah, something happened.
Nothing dramatic's going on, I don't think.
Humpy hearts.
That is crazy. Consumption by individuals with 2 type diabetes is not advised.
The perfect lonely hump day.
Love makes the house a home.
Love makes the house a home.
We got simple weeds.
These are so good.
Wow.
We need these in actual. What's that
These are
company
really
that does like the
fucking good,
metal
yeah.
posters? We
Gotta
need those.
print those.
These are really good.
His plates.
And
Just plates. Yeah.
Krista Pops right there. Krista Pops beep in the house. So
Why are they so normal?
And this is who put it together. $20. Hail Tuesday.
Draken.
That's
Enjoy
hell
your
yeah.
snacks. That is from James right here. So
Did he make a poop cookie one for me?
now you're just being retarded. Now you're just, the novelty is gone. The novelty
Fear
is
the
gone.
Alzheimer's.
Did I kill it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you ruined it, dude. You
My
completely
bad.
ruined it. So yeah, you had a good thing going, and you just
Sorry. My bad.
you just screwed it up there, buddy. So good job.
It's close.
I was
we got
having
it.
fun.
Oh, we got another. We got more. Hang on. So right here.
There we go.
There we go. So Uncle Jay's Haitian plantation.
Hey, we got the Vindicta in there. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Oh man. Caribbean melon balls.
He's so happy.
Melon balls.
Oh, that's really
awesome.
fucking good. That's good.
Wow.
X-Wings
Hey!
Super Space Balls. There we go.
Like
Nice.
balls. They're very
Looks like
sticky.
his balls.
These are so well done, man. These really are cool as fuck.
They are good.
Yeah.
Project Egg Rolls deep fried. Piggy
Phil doesn't look so sure about those. Piggy sauce is a wild.
Oh,
That's wild. Look at those lips.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That is really good right there. Good shit, man. Thanks, James. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's get a few super chats first.
Okay, we can do that. Let's see here.
All right. And thank you to, I don't know if they'll see this or not, but all the guys at Geeks and Gamers, especially Jeremy, for showing those on Tuesday night's main event a couple of days ago. I really appreciated that. What?
Meek's face the whole time.
He was deadpanning. He was doing everything he could not to laugh. He had me going for a moment because I thought he was really upset, and then I looked harder and I was like, "Oh, he's trying not to laugh."
He just does that to be funny, but
Yeah.
he's giving his jail band look.
Yeah.
But he means well.
Did you catch Phil copying his doing the lip thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny. But then X-Wing talking about those disc plates, and I was like, I kind of want to do that now. Like if I had the money, I would get one for each of them and give it to them at MegaCon, but they're like $50 a piece, and I'm like, oof, that's a lot of money. So, but
you did good.
Yeah, that was, gosh, they were fun to make. Jeremy and Mike liked them on X. I gotta figure out what I gotta do to get Jeremy to actually follow me. He knows who I am. He's seen a lot of my tweets, but he just won't follow me.
He's rarely kind of online sometimes when it comes to Twitter. So it's not that he's not following you. It's just that he's probably not as online as much. So he's barely on it for a little bit to post something.
Right. But all right. Well, we got a few minutes to go before daily starts. Is there anything on your mind you want to talk about before we end the day? We actually went through everything pretty quick, even with all that pausing through the first segment.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if you can show it. There's that new trailer for Relentless that looks pretty good. I don't know if I don't think Welco does copyrights. But.
Let me see. You said it's called Relentless?
Yes.
There's one. Let's see here. I don't know if that's it or not. Who's starring in it? Oh, where'd she go? I lost my carrot.
I'm here. I just had to do something else. Relentless. It's from Welgo USA. It should be.
Who's starring in it? Because there's I'm seeing all kinds of movies that are titled Relentless. It's a very commonly used name.
Hold on.
There's one from 2018, 89.
It would kind of be recent. Like I just posted the trailer for it. It's so hold on. Let me text it to you.
Come on, why is it opening another window?
I can.
There it is. Okay.
I don't know if we have to pause it and watch it. I don't think it's not really that long. It's kind of like about the same length.
Well, if we're going to get copyright claimed, it's going to be from Power Rangers, not this.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
Like kind of similar to Shelter. It's a thriller. It's something that I saw looked a little interesting. I might kind of bring up these topics a few times.
Yeah.
If I find anything good that or remotely looks interesting that's not mainstream blockbuster. but it's a Bond, so.
What's on the laptop? Do you know how long it took me to find you? You took my whole life away. And now it's your turn.
What did you do?
Someone has to pay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So the gist I get from it is it's two people that are both trying to kill each other.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like a home invasion, is what they made it seem like. So it kind of
Well, it looks like it's very low budget, but even though it's low budget, it's still filmed really well. Like it seems like all the money went into
really well.
Yeah, like it looks like they put all their money into the cinematography, and rather than like the sets, which I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like if it's got really good cinematography and the writing is good, it's gonna do good. It may be one of those movies that it's probably not going to be like a blockbuster or anything, but it's probably going to make all its money from word of mouth.
Well, usually when I get a Well-Go USA movie, like I've gotten like Prisoner of War, I've gotten just different ones that I've seen. They're always on Fandango, like right as soon as they release, and that's usually where I watch their movies.
Right.
I mean, yes, you have to purchase them. I think they're in like select theaters though. But usually where I am, it's always on Fandango, or you can buy them on DVD. But these are just, it's nice to have alternatives to if there's nothing really I want to see going to the theaters.
Right.
So, and it's nice to see the action genre because there's not a whole lot of action stars. And if there are, it's like, it feels very stunted. It feels very too many quick edits, but not enough. Like you can't enjoy the fights because they're like so quick.
Right. Well, I had a lot of fun today. I think it was another successful show. We will be back next week, 10 a.m. Same time, same place. And I don't think I can raid. I don't know how that does or anything. Otherwise, if I knew how to do it, I'd raid daily. But go and watch daily. I'm going to be in the chat there. I'm sure Makara will be in the chat there. And I look forward to seeing everyone next week.